How you doing? Ryan, Odette here again from Vine+Ash and Mamo Burger Bar. Today I'm going to be showing you how to cut up a chicken. The benefit of knowing how to cut up a chicken is you can generally, the prices are better when you buy things whole and you cut them up yourself. You may even want to customize it a little bit to what dish you're kind of making, which is also good. So the first thing we're going to do is we have the bird here, breast side up. And we're going to, with our knife, we're going to cut through the skin that's between the breast and the thigh. And then we're going to turn it, and then you're going to crack the bone through. So this is very easy. You don't have to be really strong to do this, but you're going to pop that through. So the next thing we're going to do with our knife is make a shallow cut here. And this is called the oyster. There's oyster meat here. There's just a little bit of meat that's on the thigh. And we're going to cut that through. Once you get here, you'll see, there's the bone on the one side, there's bone here. So you're not cutting through any bones or anything. You're just, there you go. You got your thigh and leg and thigh portion. So we're going on the other side. Same thing, you just want to cut through that skin. Okay, and then putting your thumb on the back here where the thigh bone attaches to the back. We're just going to pop that through. And then again, cutting through, and there you go, you get your leg and your thigh. Now if you want to separate these, so if you want to separate the thigh from the drumstick, you'll see here that white line. Basically that's where you want to cut, right through there. And if you cut right through there, you don't have to push hard with your knife. Basically you're cutting in between the two joints. So again, right on that line and cutting through. There you go, you got your two thighs, and you got your two legs. Okay, so now we're gonna work on the breast. Now, what I like to do, I like to leave this part on the breast. I think this is called the supreme, so when you have the breast with a little bit of that wing still attached. So the same thing with the thigh and the leg bone. If you cut, and you can pop it out, you can see you're not cutting through bone. And every time you cut through bone, you dull your knife, and you don't make as nice cuts. So it's really simple. You can just pop it and then just cut right through. So now we have these wing tip pieces. So that's the flat. And you could use these, you can cook them, put them in your freezer for stock later on. We're gonna end up getting some more bones from this for stock. So to cut the breast off, if you want a boneless breast, and this is really where you can save a lot of money by cutting up your own chicken, because chicken breasts are very expensive. I think this whole bird was $10. You can't even buy two breasts for $10 these days. So if you know how to cut it up and cook it yourself, cut it up yourself and portion it, you're gonna save a little bit of money. So with the tip of the knife, what I like to do is go right in the center, right against the bone. So this is the keel bone, and we're gonna go down and we're gonna slice. And I turn it around, and you're using, when you're doing butchery, using your thumbs a lot. You're trying to cut as little as possible. So we're going right against that keel bone there. You will run into the wishbone once you come up top, but basically what you're doing is you're cutting as close to the bone as possible so that you're not cutting into that meat. So once you get up to this part here, you can see, kind of hard to see a little bit, but you can see right in between there, that's the wing bone attached to the shoulder. So if you cut just right through there you go. Now you have one breast with the wing on it. It's called the supreme. I'll show you how to cook that later. And now on the other side, same thing, sliding your knife along the keel bone, going down, using your thumb to kind of scrape some of that meat, and then working around. You always want to cut as close to the bone as possible, so that way you don't lose any meat. And then the same thing here, just cutting right down through. So now you have this that you can use for stock. You have your two wing tips you could use for stock, so you can put those in the freezer. If you're working with a lot of chicken, you'll get a lot of bones pretty quickly. But yeah, that's how to cut up a chicken, and save you some money, hopefully.